If your menopause symptoms feel like they are getting worse no matter what you do, the foods you're eating might be the hidden culprit. Today, we are breaking down the 10 worst foods for menopause and what to eat instead. And one of the biggest triggers is something most women eat every single day. A few of these might really surprise you, but once you know what to avoid, you will feel a whole lot more in control of your body again. Let's start with refined carbohydrates because carbs get a lot of unfair blame and a lot of confusion. The truth is, not all carbs are created equal. Refined carbs like white flour, pastries, white bread, and added sugars work against you during menopause. They spike your blood sugar quickly, leading to crashes that worsens fatigue, irritability, hot flashes, and weight gain. And added sugar is particularly problematic. Not only is it linked to inflammation and more severe symptoms, but it's addictive. It triggers a dopamine surge in the brain, giving you a quick feel-good hit that fades fast, leaving you craving more. That roller coaster affects your mood, energy, and even sleep. But the good news is that complex carbohydrates are the complete opposite. Whole food carbs like fruit, vegetables, beans, oats, quinoa, and whole grains support your hormones instead of fighting them. They digest slowly, helping balance blood sugar, reduce cravings, support weight loss, and improve your gut health, which is tightly linked to mood and inflammation. Here are some easy swaps to try. Choose whole grain bread or pasta instead of white versions. Replace white rice with brown rice, quinoa, buckwheat, or barley. Use whole grain flour in baking. For sweetness, one of the easiest tricks is using fruit. Mangoes, bananas, dates, and pineapples are naturally sweet, but your body processes the sugar slowly because they come with fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins, so no sugar roller coaster. Try mashed banana or blended dates in baking, banana ice cream, which is creamy, healthy, and delicious, smoothies as dessert, add frozen banana for an ice cream-like texture, fruit purees to sweeten oatmeal. For example, my favorite breakfast is oatmeal with mashed dry banana topped with strawberries, orange or mango, plus a sprinkle of nuts. Other sugar alternatives you can use in small amounts are blackstrap molasses, maple syrup, stevia, and date powder. Artificial sweeteners. Common types include saccharin, aspartame, sucralose, and sugar alcohols like xylitol, erythritol, sorbitol, and maltitol. They hide in diet sodas, sugar-free desserts, protein bars, flavored yogurts, gum, and low-calorie drinks. Artificial sweeteners can disrupt gut health, affecting mood, inflammation, and hormonal balance. They can confuse your metabolism, trigger cravings, worsen insulin resistance, and sugar alcohols often cause bloating and digestive upset. Some studies also link high intake to increased risk of dementia and stroke. So, try to avoid processed foods and drinks. They are where the artificial sweeteners love to hide. Swap soft drinks for sparkling water, herbal tea, or water infused with lemon. Swap processed desserts for whole food options like fruit and nut bars or energy balls. Stick to naturally sweet choices like fresh or dried fruit, or the sugar alternatives mentioned earlier. Highly processed foods. They can worsen menopause symptoms by spiking blood sugar, driving inflammation, and triggering more hot flashes, mood swings, and fatigue. They also disrupt your gut microbiome, a key player in hormone balance, weight control, and energy. Think fast food, frozen pizzas, microwave meals, sausages, deli meats, sodas, chips, cookies, packaged breads, pastries, sweetened cereals, instant noodles, and ice cream. To avoid them, focus on whole foods, fresh or frozen fruits and vegetables, whole grains like oats, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. Cook at home more often, bring lunch to work, snack on dry fruits and nuts with no added sugar, salt, or oil. Even small reductions in processed foods can make a difference in your symptoms. Alcohol. Alcohol can intensify hot flashes, disrupt sleep, increase anxiety, and stress your liver, which is already processing hormonal fluctuations. It also worsens belly fat and blood sugar swings. Try sparkling water with lemon, herbal teas, or alcohol-free cocktails with fruit and herbs. Caffeine. Caffeine can worsen hot flashes, increase anxiety, disrupt sleep, and spike cortisol, making symptoms feel more intense. Try alternatives like yerba mate or green and black tea, which offer a gentler lift thanks to L-theanine and theobromine. For low caffeine options, try hot cocoa with plant milk, or for caffeine-free choices, herbal teas or roasted barley coffee work well. Even swapping 1 cup a day can make a difference. My favorite coffee alternative is matcha. It still contains caffeine, but L-theanine smooths out the jitters, giving calm, steady focus. Matcha also supports menopause with its phytoestrogens, antioxidants, and gentle boost to memory, mood, metabolism, and stress resilience. Trans fats. They fuel inflammation, worsen insulin resistance, and increase heart disease risk. They often hide in margarine, shortening, fried fast food, and pastries. Swap them for whole food fats like nuts, seeds, avocado, and cold-pressed oils. Animal products. Studies show that replacing meat and dairy with plant-based foods can reduce hot flashes by 92% and improve other menopause symptoms. Animal products trigger inflammation. Even one meal with meat, dairy, or eggs can cause an inflammatory response within hours. And inflammation is directly linked to more severe menopause symptoms. Plant foods, however, are naturally anti-inflammatory and packed with fiber, antioxidants, and healing compounds that help calm your symptoms. Also, the more plant-based our diet is, the easier it is to lose weight. To learn more, watch my video How to Lose Weight Effortlessly Evidence-Based, which I will link in the description. Now, let's focus on dairy for a moment. We know calcium matters during menopause because of a higher risk of osteoporosis after menopause. But while milk has been long promoted as a primary source of calcium, some studies do not support that. A large Swedish study following 106,000 people for 20 years found high milk intake was linked to significantly higher fracture risk, particularly hip fracture, but also higher mortality, especially in women. And in studies that show the so-called benefits of dairy, participants also tended to exercise more, eat more fruit, take supplements, and drink less alcohol, according to the authors. And these factors greatly improve health, so it's hard to know how much they influence the results of the studies. Why plant-based calcium sources may be better? Superior calcium absorption. While calcium from cow's milk is absorbed at 30 to 35%, from some leafy greens like kale, bok choy, and collard greens, it's 50 to 60%. More nutrients. Plants often include vitamin K, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C, all crucial for bone health. Third reason is the health risks associated with dairy consumption. It contains hormones, which may contribute to hormone disruption during menopause, may worsen insulin resistance, can lead to weight gain in less active women. It's mucus forming and has been linked to increased risk of certain cancers. Plus, 70% of people are lactose intolerant with symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, gas, nausea, or stomach pain. But lactose intolerance is actually a natural state for humans because, well, we are not baby cows. So, plant sources of calcium are well absorbed, nutrient-dense, and free from dairy-related health risks. Fish and seafood. Fish deserves its own section because the concerns around it in menopause are different. Fatty fish are promoted as an omega-3 source, but there are important drawbacks to consider. Most fish contain mercury, a neurotoxin linked to memory issues, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Many waterways are contaminated with PCBs, chemicals linked to increased cancer risk. Farmed fish may contain pesticides and antibiotics, contributing to antibiotic resistance. Seafood eaters consume thousands of microplastics yearly, which may accumulate in the body, posing health risks like increased inflammation, which is linked to various diseases including cancer, autoimmune disorders, and heart disease. Thankfully, you can get clean omega-3s from algae because they are grown in controlled, pollutant-free environments. And algae is where the fish primarily get the omega-3s from too. Choose algae supplements that contain both EPA and DHA, aiming for 250 mg daily. Spicy foods. They can trigger hot flashes and night sweats by raising body temperature when your system is already sensitive. Use milder herbs like basil, parsley, oregano, ginger, or turmeric to add flavor without heat. Excess salt. Too much salt can raise blood pressure, increase calcium loss from bones, and worsen bloating, all more common during and after menopause. Season with herbs, nutritional yeast, or garlic for flavor without the excess sodium. So there you have the 10 worst foods for menopause. The good news is you don't have to remove them completely to feel a difference. Even the smallest change can help you feel more balanced, more energized, and more like yourself again. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It tells YouTube to show it to other women who are going through the same struggles and need help. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video that helps you feel better, stronger, and more in control. Thank you for watching, have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.